Okay, let me start again from where I said. I said I'm going to go through the agendas. This orientation is primarily for new students who just came into the system. I don't know how it operates. I'm going to be brief. I'm going to try what's it called? Make sure I kind of compress everything so that you understand, and make sure I break it down for better understanding. So please, if it's breaking, there's nothing I can do. This is the best network I can find. Nigerian network has been so bad. So I think some people can hear me. Meanwhile, there's a recording of the previous orientation on our YouTube channel. You can as well go and watch that one. Or after this section, and there's going to be a recording of this section as well. So I started by saying that the school fees in now is made up of three items, which is your semester fee, course fees, and exam fees. These three items makes up your school fees. If you pay for semester fee, you didn't pay for course fee and exam fee, you've not paid your school fees. You just paid part of your school fees. Now, if been in education setting, you know that there's maybe if in secondary school there's some things called things like a library fee, all those fees, different kind of fees, uh different fees. That's what makes up your school fees. Here is the same thing here. So semester fee, course fees, and exam fees is what makes up your school fees. The cost the it and all these fees are compulsory. So if you're a new student, you need to pay a semester fee of 58,000 for undergraduate and 63,500 for postgraduate and masters. Now, I'm going to recap this again. I'm going to say everything I'm saying here is generic. What do I mean by that is that it's applicable to everybody. And so if I'm referring to a specific people or kind of people, maybe if I'm speaking to undergraduates, I will make sure I specify I'm talking to undergraduate. But if I don't specify that I'm talking to undergraduate, please don't assume that I'm not talking to you because you're a postgraduate. So I've been hearing this over and over again that during orientation we always speak to undergraduate, we don't speak to postgraduate. This is because most things that happens here is very generic. So I've talked about school fees, and I said it's made up of three items: your semester fee, course fees, and exam fees. Now, if you want to know your school fees, go to our non-student checker, school fees checker, and get your what's it called, the amount you're supposed to pay for your school fees. Then I'm going to talk about course mates. A lot of students have been asking, can I get to meet my course mates? So before then, I'm going to say that when it comes to Open University here, the mode of operation is very, very much different. It's not like the conventional university. When you get admission, you will be explained to what has been happening by your course rep. Here, there is nothing like course rep. You get what I'm saying? Because it's work and learn. So it's the attendance is not mandatory. It's not compulsory. You get what I'm saying? There's the only time you might have to go to your study center is just to maybe do your clearance during exam time and to write your exams. That's the thing. So this is the only time you might have to go to your study center. So because it's work and learn, it doesn't really support this cosmeteship. Now there are what's it called, groups here and there. You can go to your study center and ask, but if you come by anyone, then if it's reliable, you can also join them. That's all I can say about cosmates and groups. So this group you are in, we are committed to make sure you get all the information you need per time. And if you need extra information, you feel like we cannot provide it for you, you can just reach out to your study center and they will assist you from there. Okay, I think I've settled about cosmates and groups now. Now, fourthly, we're going to talk about facilitation and lectures. Facilitation and lectures is the same thing. So if I'm saying facilitation, I say lectures, they are the same thing, because you might be hearing facilitations more often than you hear lectures. Now, facilitation is your lectures, of course, your lectures. So it's done online. So the facilitation holds for some courses, for some selected courses. So there's a probability that if you are doing uh let's say 10 courses, you might receive what's it called, facilitation for like 6 of them. Then the remaining one you have to read on your own. So because it's work and learn, most of the courses are not being facilitated. So it's not like other conventional universities. So whenever any new person comes into Open University, I'm always tell them that don't stay in Open University with the mindset of other conventional university, because in other conventional university attendance is compulsory, but here attendance is not compulsory. So it's very important we take note of this very item. So taking us further again, I'm going to talk about, like I said, I'm going to be very brief into this orientation. Very brief. Normally I take 1 hour, but today I'm going to have to be very brief. So now there are two portals every new student should know about. Number one is the NOU online.net portal. Then the second one is the eLearn portal. Then NOU online portal is the portal where you pay your school fees, register your courses, and the rest. So that's for them. Then for the elearn.nou.edu.ng portal is where you do your TMAs and attend your lectures. A lot of people will be asking, can I have the Zoom link? Because most of the lectures are done on Zoom, on the Zoom meeting platform. So most people will be asking, can I get the Zoom link? Can I get this? No, you cannot get your Zoom link because the Zoom link is in your portal. So it's from there now you click it, it will take you to Zoom. So it's very important you take note of this. Take note of this very thing. So I mentioned now that there are two portals every new student should know: the nouonline.net portal and the eLearn portal. It's very important, the eLearn portal. So these are the things. So briefly, I'm going to talk about the TMAs and TMA booking. A lot of new students will come to our DM asking what is TMA booking and the rest. Now somebody saying my line is breaking. I've said it again. Let me say it again. In Nigeria, the network has been very crazy. It's very crazy. So I don't know how, as this is the best network I can get so far. I've tried different networks and it's not working. So this is the best network I can work with for now. So but there's going to be a recording of this section in case you need to rewatch it, and if there's any question you can now ask any of the admin privately. So going back to the TMA, I said TMA is tutor marked assessment. Now these are your tests. In other conventional universities, it's called quiz. Now this test makes up your overall results. So the exam is 70 marks, while the tutor mark assessments or the assignments or the test rather, anyone you want to put it, is 30 marks. Now most new students, like I would say, don't know the importance of TMAs because it's 30 marks. Don't know the importance of TMA until they write their FX exam. So then they will understand the importance of TMA. But TMA is something that no student should joke with, no matter what. No joke with it, because if you sit down, if you're a new student, for instance, and you're in 100 level and you write e-exam, I'll go to the exams. I'll tell you the types of exams we have in Open University. Write e-exam. E-exam is electronic exams. When you just like JAM, the way you write JAM. So there, if you submit your exam, if you get 30 over 70, you'll be seeing it there. As soon as you submit, you're going to see your scores or your grade, your score, however you want to put it. You're going to see it instantly. So it's not something that you have to maybe after marking. No, it's automatic. The computer is going to mark it there, and you're going to see your scores. Now, if you write the exam, I always say to tell new students that if you write the exam, you get 40 over 70, you are very intelligent. So that's how it is. Now, a lot of new students come into Open University thinking that because it's work and learn, it's less difficult than every other conventional university. It's a very big lie. It doesn't make it less difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible. It doesn't make it less difficult. If you've agreed to work and learn, then you have to work on it. So that's how it works. So the TMA is your assignment, and there's TMA 1, 2, and 3. Just like continuous assessment test, there's continuous assessment 1, 2, and 3. And each of these TMAs is 10 mark each. Now, if you are doing a course, let's say you are doing NOU 101, 107, NOU 107, then for postgraduate, you are doing a NOU 707, for instance now. that very particular course, like every other courses, has 3 TMAs you're supposed to do for that course. So each course has 3 TMA. Each course has 3 TMA. It means it has 3 tests. In a normal sense, it's 3 tests for one course. So if you are doing, let's say you are doing 9 courses, for instance, so that's 9 times 3. So you're doing 3 for each of your courses. That's 3 times 9. That should be around 27. So that's how it works. Your TMA is very important because it makes up of your grade. Okay, if I don't do my TMA, what happens? It's carryover because it's going to be incomplete result. So it's going to be a carryover. So TMA is that important. Now, next point, TMA booking. A lot of students have been asking what is TMA booking. Now, because of most new students are very inexperienced and most of them are working class. There's a service, it's a paid service that we're going to do your TMA for you while you concentrate on preparing for your exams. And this is for students who want maybe better scores, and maybe they are working class and all those things, and they are not free and they want better score, all those things. So, and that's what TMA booking for. So let me recap that. As TMA booking is for students who want us to do their TMAs for them. So going to practicals for some science-based courses, they have practicals. Courses like Math 101, Chem 191, Physics 191, Bio 191, CIT 191 has practicals. Now, because of these courses has practicals, they don't have TMS. So the practical courses don't have TMS except Math 101. Math 101 has TMS. It's a practical course, but it also have TMS. So that's the thing. That's for practical. And the practicals holds in the study center. So everybody doing who is science-based should take note of that. Then for exams, there are two kind of exam written in Open University. We'll have the POP, which is pen on paper, and we'll have the E-exam. I've explained the E-exam when I was illustrating something, and I said E-exam is electronic exam. It's just like CBT. So you just go to your exam. It's made up of multiple choice questions and fill in the blank. Multiple choice questions and fill in the blank. Now we have 35 multiple choice questions, that's objective, and 35 fill in the blank. That's for E-exams. Get what I'm saying? Now this E-exam is for 100 level students and 200 level students. 100 level student and 200 level student. Now, for people from 300 level and above, I mean 300 level, 400 level, 500 level, 600 level, 700 level, and 800 level, that's masters, are going to be writing POP, that's pen on paper. Are you getting what I'm saying? Pen on paper. Now, all the GST courses. Now, what I mean by GST courses is people doing POP, people doing a masters and a postgraduate. It's now NOU, so it's not GST again. It used to be GST. So NOU, let's say you are doing NOU 707, NOU 807. That very particular course is going to be E-exam. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it's going to be E-exam. It's going to be written as E-exam. In case when timetable comes out, POP timetable comes out, you didn't see NOU 707 and NOU 807. Just remember that I said that it's going to be E-exam. So you're going to wait for E-exam timetable to come out, because POP exams is normally written before the E-exams. So that's that for the exams. And all these exams will be written at your study center. Are you get what I'm saying? At your center, that's where it's going to be written. So that's that. And again, the academic calendar, there's what's called academic calendar. The academic calendar is the roadmap of how event of things is going, how things is going to happen in every section. You get what I'm saying? Just like how calendar is the order of events, when the matriculation is likely going to hold, and when the registration is going to likely end, all those things, when the exam is likely going to end. Why some of these things is what are some of the dates in that academic calendar might change or might not start the day it was proposed, but you just have an idea that this is supposed to have started by now. So that's what the academic calendar is all about. So I'm going to post it after now. You just go through it and know when the registration is likely going to end. Now for the lectures, I'm going to say something. I just saw somebody to drop a question. This like lectures have started, but so for some courses it has not started because they are still trying to set up some things, and it's not really what's it called? It's not really in full form yet. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of new students has not been able to log in into the e-learn portal, maybe because they've not paid their complete school fees, and maybe if they have paid, it's not up to 7 days they've paid the school fees. Now a lot of students are saying that I had lectures yesterday and I was not able to do this, and there are recordings of every lecture. If any lecture holds, there's going to be a recording for it, because since it's work and learn, you agree with me that everybody will not have time to attend lectures, abi? Yes, everybody will not have time to attend lectures, and some of the lectures might be in the morning, so it's not Saturday, so you might not have time to join the lecture because of your work. There's going to be a recording of the section there. Are you get what I'm saying? There's going to be a recording of the section, and the email of the facilitator is going to be there. In case you have any question, you can send him or her an email. Are you get what I'm saying? So that's how it works. So a lot of people think they are missing out of a lot of things. Now, it's also important to note here that the day you get admission into Open University, you've automatically resumed. Nobody is waiting for you. The lecturer is not going to wait for you. When you finish paying your school fees, you've automatically resumed your studies. So a lot of people will be asking, has school resumed? No, they won't wait for you. So school has resumed. When you get your admission, you've paid your school fees, start reading and preparing for your exams. So if there's lecture for some of your courses, you now attend the lectures or rewatch the recordings of the lectures. And that's how it works here. So it's very, very much different from how it operates in other conventional universities. So I'm going to talk about how to get help. Now, one primary way to get help is go to your study center if you can. If you can. If you cannot, reach out to any of the admin on the group. And please, it's important to note here that most of you would want to use core and finish the admins. We have lots of group. Most of you have a number. The group you're in WhatsApp has numbers. That's because there are different groups, and those groups, we have up to 8 groups, and those groups don't have anything less than 900 students. So just imagine 900 students in your DM, and you are calling the person, and it's sometimes frustrating. So sometimes just drop a message on WhatsApp, and if they have time, they will actually answer your message. Or if you have time, you can go to your study center. And again, we have YouTube channel. Most of the problem or the issues you have a video that have already sorted these things out. So go to our YouTube channel, Now Student Hub, search it on YouTube channel, Now Student Hub on YouTube channel, or go to our website. There's a how-to section in the website where it addresses how to activate your email, how to pay your school fees, how to register your courses, how to do a lot of things. And with this now, it's going to save you money, because some of these things are paid services. You have to pay somebody outside to help you and do. You get what I'm saying? So make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you're not subscribed, you are wrong. So that, I think I've actually been able to cover every of the agenda I have here for today. So please, it's question and answer time. If you have any question, please drop it on the group chat so that I can quickly run through them and answer your questions. So let me hear you. Questions, please. So, because somebody's asking, where would we get the recorded um, lectures that we've missed? Now, like I said, the e-learn portal is your TMA portal and your facilitation portal. So the portal there will also have a place where you will see the previous recordings of the lectures. So any lecture you miss, you can easily see them there in your portal. Somebody's asking, can one split payment? Yes, if you go to your study center to make the payment, you have to make full payment. But if you want to make the payment yourself, you can split the payment into two. Let's say your school fees is 100,000. You can pay in 50,000 and pay in the remaining 50,000. This must be within the deadline of the registration. You get what I'm saying? So you can pay in twice. So you can generate 2 invoices for that very payment. So you can generate 2 invoices. You get what I'm saying? So you can actually split payment. Somebody saying, is it the way I pay for first semester 32? Sorry, I don't understand that very question. You can ask that question again. I don't understand that question. Okay, somebody's asking, please, is e-learn portal the same with student portal? Now, student portal is not one portal. When you refer to student portal, it's not just one portal. Like I said before now, that there are two kind of portal every new student has access to. So it's e-learn portal and nouonline.net portal. So all these two portals I just mentioned, they're actually called portal. You can all each call of them are student portal. They are actually student portal. So now it's up to you now to specify which of the student portal. So because if a student come to me and say, I'm having issue with my portal, if the person doesn't provide any screenshots, the person don't specify which of the portal, sometimes I don't answer the person because I feel like this person actually doesn't have enough knowledge about what he's saying, and the person didn't join any of our orientations, and there's no way I can help the person. Somebody say, please more light on how TMA. So now the TMA is your test, and it happens in your e-learn portal. The TMA is your test and happen in your e-learn portal. So that's what TMA is all about. Now, for now, when since TMA have not started, there's no way to I can demonstrate how it's done and all those things, and that's it for that TMA. The only thing I want you to know is to know that there's something like TMA, and it's going to come up very soon, and it's your test. So how can I get summarized books or so? Now, before now, like I said, I was trying to rush this orientation. Before today's orientation, I normally say that there are three things you can buy or pay for in Open University if you wish to pay for it. Now, number one is past questions. Number two is summaries. Number three is TMA booking. Now, past questions, as the name implies, past questions. Course summaries means a summarized version of your course materials. Most of those course materials are 200 pages, 250 pages, 100 and something pages. Because some people are working class, they may not have enough time to go through those bulky materials. So people came together and summarize these course materials. So it's now called summaries. So these summaries are paid for. You pay by them. Then lastly, the third item I see is TMA booking. TMA booking is when you want us to do your TMA for you. Maybe because you're inexperienced, you want better score, or you're a working class. And that's that for that. Someone said during exams, the exam software is case sensitive. Is it true? Yes, it's case sensitive, but it's always advisable to answer your questions in smaller letters. Yes, it's always advisable to answer your questions in small letters. Don't capitalize. Just leave everything in small letters. You get what I'm saying? Because it will make sense. It will make sense more to leave it in a capital, in a small letter. Sorry. Now, somebody is saying, okay, somebody is saying, no, second semester you pay nothing less than 60,000 naira. Okay, it's important to note that your first semester school fees is that much because it's your first semester. So if you're a new student in an institution or in a school, you actually know that you're going to pay more because you're a new student. There's fees you have to pay because you're a new student. So subsequently, maybe your second semester, things will start getting lower and lower. Your school fees you get. So if you paid 100 and something thousand before, it won't be up to 100 again. It might not even be up to 80 again. So that's how it was. That you are paying that more because you're a new student. You get what I'm saying? Somebody say, how can I join the live section? Yay. So I can okay. So somebody saying, how can one log into the portal? Now that's what I'm saying. Now this person that is asking how can I log into the portal, I just explained there are two portals. Which portal is he or she referring to? I guess I'm saying. So this, if you came to my DM and asked this question, I'm going to have to not answer it because obviously it didn't come for the orientation and you don't know what you want to do. So which portal do you want to log in into? How do you log in into? Is it the e-learn portal? Is it the now NOU online portal? Which portal? Because I just mentioned there are two portals every student have access to. Now somebody say I've not been able to log into my e-learn portal. Now that e-learn portal, these are one of the, I'm going to mention the reasons why students might not be able to log in into that portal. Number one, very importantly, if you've not paid your school fees. If you've not paid your school fees, you cannot log in into the e-learn portal. Now, if you've paid your school fees to you and maybe you've not done exam registration, like I mentioned earlier, I said your school fees is made up of semester fees, course fees, and exam fees. Now that exam fees, if you've not paid your exam fees, you cannot log in into the e-learn portal. You get what I'm saying? You cannot log into your e-learn portal. Then lastly, if you are trying to log in with the wrong password, now for e-learn portal for new students, your password is going to be your matric number and your username also is going to be your matric number, all in small letters. So NOU, whatever your matric, whatever those numbers are, maybe 24 something something something. So NOU 24 something something, all in small letters for password and username. So that's the one of these are the reason why you might not be able to log in into that portal. Now somebody say the recordings of lectures are not always available on e-learn portal. It's maybe you don't know where it's going to be, so just explore your portal. There is a recording section there. So when is TMS starting? TMS is starting 30th of March. Okay, somebody's asking, can I get your direct contact? My contact is actually in the group. The first. I'm going to paste the admin contacts. So the first person there, I'm actually the person. Somebody said I've not registered yet. 100 level. How much is my school fees? International relation. Now, if you're in a school like this where there are hundreds of courses, you cannot know all your school fees. You cannot know everybody's school fees, and the school fees here is different. So it's different. What computer science is paying is different from what information technology will pay. You get what I'm saying? So there's school fees checker. I'm going to post the link how to check how much is your school fees. You're going to check your school fees. Are you going to say you hear what I'm saying? So you're going to check how much is your school fees according to your course. Someone is saying, please, the Zoom is not connected to the e-learn portal. The Zoom is a different platform. You have to install Zoom to be able to attend lectures. Now, when you go to your portal, your e-learn portal, you click on join a lecture, join class, for instance. If you see there's a button there, join class. When you click, it's going to take you to Zoom. I get what I'm saying. So it works with Zoom. Somebody saying, has lecture started? Lectures have started. Somebody asking, does school fees reduce after 100 level? I think I've answered that question. I think I've answered most of this question. Somebody asking, as I've paid first semester, is it the same way to pay for second semester? Yes, it's the same way to pay for second semester. Now somebody's asking, does the Now app work very well? Let me be honest with you. Actually, most importantly, send students to the website instead of the app. You get what I'm saying? So that's very important. So somebody said, at what point can one be able to access the portals? Now you can always access the NOU online portal because that's where you pay your school fees and register your courses. Now for the e-learn portal, you have to have paid. Before you can access it, you must have paid your school fees. You must have waited. You can only access that portal. Sometimes it takes 72 hours to 1 week for it to be updated, for it to be active rather. That's how it works. So somebody say, can I do my teaming myself? Yes, sure, you can do your teaming yourself. It's your stuff. Please, how can I pay for school fees on my own and calculate my courses? Now, like before now, I see there are how-to sections in our website and nowstudenthub.com.ng. If you go to our website, there's a how-to section there on how to pay your school fees. You can pay your school fees yourself if you want to pay your school fees. So that's how it works. Now, someone is asking, say, for those of us that book TMA, how can we know it's been done? Now, if you book for TMA, you have access to your portal, your e-learn portal. You can always log in into your portal and confirm your scores. Now, this is very important that you confirm yourself, because the people doing the TMA, we are human beings. You get what I'm saying? There's going to there might be omissions. You get what I'm saying? So it's important that you log in and confirm your scores. If possible, even write them down so that you know that when you are reading, you know that this is what I'm targeting. This is what I'm targeting for. Let's say you have 30, you know that, okay, this course is a bit difficult. Okay, I'm just targeting. Even if I get, let me say, I get 30 in my exam, okay, I'm okay. Just plan yourself and also have a record of it. But you can always log in into your portal to confirm your score and make sure that there was no oversight, omissions. So that's how it works. So if someone's asking how much, we don't talk about amounts. So if you need any service, you can chat any of the admin, and that's a different business altogether. Someone's asking, when is the deadline for school fees payment? Now check the academic calendar. Most people most people most people will ask me deadline for school fees. Now, if you've been in now for a long time, you discover that there's always an extension of school fees every semester. There's always an extension. So if you check the academic calendar, you discover that according to the academic calendar, the school fees, the closure for registration is supposed to close in 6 days time. You get what I'm saying? In 6 days time. But now, having been in the system for up to 8 years, I can say that most times this what's it called, registration are always extended. But this is just a fact. It's always extended. So that's how it works. So if somebody who wants, if you want a past question or summary, you can chat any of the admins for past questions or summary. Someone is saying the now student and the now app is not working. Now, like I said, I always advise students to make sure they first of all log in on the website, then they can now log in on the on the app. Now, somebody is asking, how do we get books? If you pay your school fees, if you finish paying your school fees, if you go to your study center, you'll be given hard copies. And if there were materials, if there were courses you are not given hard copy for, you can download the soft copy. So go to our website, nowstudenthub.com.ng. You're going to see how to download your courses, the soft copy of your courses. So that's how it works. All right, I think I've answered most of these questions. So anybody who is interested in TMA, I've seen a question about the amount. You can chat any of the admin if you're interested, please. Someone is saying, how can we know how many courses we are offering because our e-learn portal is not opening? You don't need to know. The e-learn portal is where you attend lectures and your TMAs. There is the other portal, that's where you register your courses. So when you register your courses there, you know how many courses you are doing. So I think I've basically answered that question. Now, I have said it over again that sometimes it takes time for your e-learn portal to be active. Somebody asking, can I create my student portal myself? No, no student creates portal themselves. Portals are created for you. You just have to log in. TMA doesn't have timetables. Somebody saying, can you share more light on micro teachings? Micro teaching for 200 level second semester are just like uh, teaching practice. So you go, you register the courses, you register the course, the micro teaching, the course. You take the slip to your study center and meet your desk officer. Your desk officer will now give you directive from there. You get what I'm saying? I think I've answered that question. How can I calculate my school fees? There's a school fees checker for school fees. And it's there. Make sure you read through everything there so you can understand what is happening there. TMA is slated to start 30th of March. Somebody say, how much do I pay for my TMAs? If you need TMA assistance, they can chat any of the admin, please. Thank you. All right, I think I've answered most of the questions. So somebody said, I got admission into 300 level. Please, how do I get transcripts? Is it HND that I will get? If you got admission into 300 level, that means you used your HND. So what you need is HND transcript. Somebody said, asking, how will I know? I'll be able to know when lecture is ongoing. There's facilitation timetable. I've posted this before. There's facilitation timetable. You know the courses the courses that is being facilitated, and you know when it's going to be facilitated. Somebody say, hope it's not too late to pay my school month ending. No, it's not too late if the registration is still ongoing. I think I've answered most of this question now. So if you want to access now it's important, this now student email, if you're a new student, you need to activate that email. Sometimes if you want to log in, the email will tell you that you've changed your password a few months ago, this thing ago, and you know you did not change it. So that's the reason why you have to activate it. So you activate your email, then log in. And everybody who has watched, there's a video there to activate your email. It takes 72 hours for your email to be active when you finish the process. So go to our website and check on the how to section on how to activate your email. So if you are trying to log in into your e-learn portal and it's not working, number one, make sure you confirm that you've done exam registration. Number two, try logging in with your matric number as username and password or in small letters. Number three, you have to hold on and make sure it's up to a week and keep trying, because most of the time that portal doesn't really work. Now, if you've tried all this and it's still not working, you can go to your study center. Somebody say is asking, okay. Somebody's asking, what happens if I pay more money than is required into my portal? Now, that's your portal. It's just like your bank account. Let's say your school fees this semester, for an instance, is 100,000 and you pay in 200,000. That remaining balance is going to be your portal next semester. So if you are to pay, let's say you are to pay 50,000 next semester as your school fees, you can now pay that 50,000 from that balance that remains. So it's that's wallet, like the name implies. Wallet is just like where your money is going to be. A lot of students save money there also as well. So maybe if you know how much is your school fees next semester, you can, and money came into your hand and you don't want to spend it, you can pay it into your portal. So that's how it happens. So there is no consequence of having excess money there. It's for your own benefit. So how do I book my TMA? Chat any of the admins for that. All right. Let me see. I can't hear anything. So what happens if I make payment using USSD and was unable to copy the RR now to credit my wallet? What do I do? Chat Remitter up and tell them what you've done. In my video guide, I always ask students, make sure you copy out your RR number. Make sure you copy out your RR number because it's going to be very important. But most students still will not listen to me. And Obviously he will not copy it. So you have to chat up what's it called, what's their name, remitter agent, and tell them that this is what you do, and maybe they can track your payment and give you your RR number. Or better still, check your non-student email. You're going to see a result, a receipt of the payment, the receipt of the payment that remitter is going to send to you, that you've made the payment. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said I was told to make a CD with some group of, yes, concerning the micro teaching, yes, of course. That's why I said if you take the script there, they're going to give you further directives on how you're going to do whatever you want to do. You get what I'm saying? That's the reason why I said that initially. They're going to give you directives. For those of you that your e-learn portal is not going to, is not opening, TMA is starting 30th. TMA is not ending 30th. I think that I've solved that problem. Now, please, if you ask your question and your question have not been answered, if don't ask it again, because if I see more than one question, somebody's asking if I book for TMA with you, can I be assured 30 mark? I've repeated this over and over again. This is an orientation to orient students, not so. I ask if you're interested in TMA booking, chat up the admin. Is it that some people, some Nigerians are just, let's just, I don't understand. So if you're interested in TMA booking, just ask as what's his name? Say, oh, De Emmanuel, can you be just realistic? I don't understand. If I just mentioned, if you are interested in TMA booking, past question, chat any of them, because I have more better questions to answer than asking TMA booking. When you come for TMA booking, when we chat any of that, we know you're interested. That's the reason you're chatting. Then we can then discuss anything monetary related to that. If you're interested, fine. If you're not interested, then that's up to you. So, but for here now, I'm not here to. If I'm here to discuss money, I won't be here. So please, I'm just here to try to put people through who has challenges and need clarifications. So that is a very different case than here. If I'm here to discuss TMA booking, then I would have been discussing TMA booking. Now I'm going to post the admin number. Sometimes I can see your number. I will post all the admin's number. Somebody's asking how do I get accurate time. Now the timetable, the facilitation timetable was actually drafted by the management, so it's what they are following. So somebody saying it's wrong. Joe. So I've answered this question again and again. I can't answer this question again. Somebody's asking what is the purpose of the student Gmail. Now the email, some of the informations will be sent to you by email. Yeah, some of the information will be sent to you by email. That's how important your email is. And that email also will, all your receipts since you come into Open University will be sent there. A copy of it will always be sent there by remitter. Will always be sent there. You get what I'm saying? So you can always go there and get a copy of your remitter or your receipt. You get what I'm saying? Somebody say, is it too late to pay your school fees by month? And no, it's not too late if the registration is still ongoing. Somebody answer, can I, if I transfer from one city, if I transfer to another city, can I join now over there? Yes, you can join. Now it's work and learn. You can join from anywhere you want as far as you have internet. You can join your lectures from there. You can do your whatever you want to do from there. If you can write an exam there, if you do a transfer, let's assume you're a civil servant. Let's say, okay, I know a general who was transferred from Kano to Abuja. So the person has to do there's what's called change of study center. You change your study center from one study center to another, provided it's in Nigeria. So you can change your study center. Now somebody's asking, my course is banking and finance, but I can't draft my online center because it keeps showing me last year timetable. There's a place to select this year timetable. That place for last year on. There's also a place for what's it called, for this year's own. Now it's important. I always say to students during my orientation that some of these things you can do yourself. For instance, now if you pay, it's up to you. I think I've said that before. Somebody will come and attack me later. I don't want them to eat. Pico. All right, I think I've answered most of the questions here. I think I've answered most of the questions here. How do I book my TMA? Ask chat any of the admin up for TMA. If you're interested in anything TMA. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Lectures have started. I've seen a question. I've answered that question again and again. So, okay, somebody saying it's going through that thing. Let's say, please, now this semester is 2024 underscore one. So there's a place also in that facilitation timetable you can select this semester. So that's how it works. You can select this semester. Someone is asking, I apply for PNS nursing. Can I apply for? I need to check for that because you need to ask me that question personally, my DM, to know how to assist you. Somebody asking, all right, if you okay, I said it again. This student Gmail needs to be activated. It needs to be activated. Somebody, all of you going through the issues, have you activated the email? Is the email active? Somebody say the timetable is wrong. Somebody say I need help to pay my school fees. Now, there are two ways to pay your school fees. Either you pay it yourself, there's a video on our website on how to do that, or you take it to somebody who you can pay to do it for you. Because it's important. If you cannot pay for something, if you cannot do something, obviously you pay for it. Most of you call electricians to your house because you cannot do electrical work. That's why you are calling them. So it's still the same thing here. So you say, is the email like Gmail? Yes, the email is like the normal Gmail. It's a normal Gmail. Yes. So, like I said, if you cannot follow any of the guidelines on our website, you can go to your study centers and you get assistant there. You get what I'm saying? You get assistant there. It's not. Someone is asking, is there any area of concentration? Please, there is no area of concentration. So there is no area. I think I've answered that question. So if you've done everything you want to do, you can start. Now, this email stuff, somebody saying I don't understand this email stuff. Every new student has an email. Every new student has an email. So the moment you get admission in Open University, you officially have an email. But this email might or might not be active. So you need to activate it. And there's a video on how to activate it on our website. Or you go to your study center and do that. You get what I'm saying? Go to your study center and do that. Somebody say, how can I know the exact school fees I'm paying? There is a school fees checker. Go and check how much you are supposed to pay. Somebody saying, send me the timetable for send me a timetable. Okay, computer science timetable. There is no timetable for computer science, and it doesn't work that way here. So please, it doesn't work like that. You can just check your courses on the facilitation timetable to know your timetable, to know when your courses is holding. Someone's asking, how can I get past questions? Chat any of that doing for past questions and all that. So if you've done everything and you've not been able, see not able to, what's it called, access your e-learn portal, I've explained what you should do. Then keep trying your matric number till it's activated. And I think that I've answered all the questions for today. So meanwhile, after this orientation, I'm going to send some links back again here, so that you can all right, so that you can know what to do and how to do them. All right, thank you very much. In case you need a recording of this very orientation, maybe you came in late and because of something you couldn't hear some of the things which was spoken here. Is that a good English? All right. So you can just watch the recording. So we will upload it in our YouTube channel. You can go there and watch the recording of this very orientation. So thank you very much and see you. So please, if you have any question that was not answered here, maybe you're interested in TMA booking, past question or summary, you can chat any of the admins. You can chat any of the admins. So thank you very much. And if you need maybe further clarification and you feel like I don't understand what these people are doing, I don't understand this thing, you can reach out, you can go to your study center and get help from there. If you actually feel that you're not being helpful enough, you can go to your study center and get help. So if you feel like maybe we are helpful to some extent, then it's okay, it's up to you. All right, thank you very much and good night.